Hi everyone, my name's Cathy. Welcome to Skint Living UK. I hope you're well, and today I'm talking about how to kickstart your savings pot. I've had a few people ask me who said that they're living paycheck to paycheck and they can't manage to find any way to start savings if they're having a tough time of it. So I've come up with these 10 tips. Hopefully one of them or two of them can help you start your savings pot. Sorry from the glare from me glasses. I've got a little list here in front of me, so let's get into it. Number one, declutter your house, declutter your home. Declutter your wardrobe and sell the stuff that you don't need. We all have too much stuff, and we definitely all have too much clothing. Have a good rummage through and get it up online, Facebook Marketplace, Gumtree for bigger items, pieces of furniture, that sort of thing, bikes, and maybe try Vinted to sell your clothes if you're getting nowhere on eBay. That way you're getting rid of your clutter and you're bringing a little bit of money in. Number two, are you paying a fee to your bank for so-called free services that you're probably not using? So often they say, and it comes with free this and it comes with £5 off that, but you're paying a fee each month. If you check out the Martin Lewis's Money Saving Expert website, that you can change your bank account, and often bank accounts will give you a cash sum for switching banks with them, and maybe you could find a bank account with either lower charges or no charges. Let's have a little look. Number three, instead of buying new shirts, new uniform, that sort of thing, bedding, socks, underwear for the kids and yourselves and your partners, why not bleach it? So if it's anything white or pale, bleach it. I mean, if it's tatty and it's worn out, it's worth a go, isn't it? So it might not work particularly on something like socks, but it will definitely work on shirts. If your school kids got uniform with those PK tops or white cotton shirts, it will definitely work on them. It's worth a go for the price less than £1, and it'll save you having to buy all those little bits and bobs because uniforms are expensive enough. Number four, I know a lot of people say this, money advisors. I'm not a money advisor or a financial advisor in any way, but they recommend that you pay yourself first. So even if it's just £5, $5, €5, whatever currency you're using, have it also set on auto pay on standing order, so that every time you get paid, that £5 is tucked away. So if you ferret that away over the year, you'll have an extra £60, $60 that you didn't even know that you were able to spend, to save, so you can spend it on something you might need, like an emergency, or just have it gaining some interest in a savings account somewhere. I use Trading 212 because you can get your money out the same day. I'm not affiliated to them in any way. I just find them convenient. Number five, go back to doing your shopping with cash. When you hand over cash, your brain registers it. It's not painful, but it's sort of like that. It lights up that part of the brain because you can feel the cash being handed over and you're getting very little back. Even on the self-service ones, you can feel the pain of it. So when you use a card, your brain doesn't really register it because you get your card back, don't you, when you've put it in the machine or tapped it. You've still got your card, so it doesn't really feel like you're spending money. It's easy to lose track and it's easy to overspend. A typical person on average spends 40% more if they use a card. Because I think we're all going to say that, oh, that's nice, I'll get that. Oh, that looks lovely, I'll buy that. It's just, you end up down the rabbit hole spending money on stuff you don't need, just want. So, and I find you're more mindful with your spending. So if you're only going out with £15, £20, you're going to be more careful about how you spend your money, because you don't think, oh, there's a big pot of money stashed away in the bank somewhere, this imaginary pot. If you've got £20 in your purse, you know that's your limit. So you're going to be more careful with your spending. So you might be able to save a little bit of that, and again, have a little jar or a separate purse or bag that you can put that saved money in, and that can be an emergency fund for you. So like when it's coming to the end of the month, you might have some money in there, say like you run out of milk, that money's there for you, so you don't need to go scrounging it off somebody else, asking friends, family, neighbours, anything like that. And it's a good way of keeping your dignity and your self-respect, because you're not asking anybody for anything, because that money's there, a little stash. So I definitely recommend cash, because especially with credit cards and the interest that they charge, it's obscene, it's disgusting. Number 6, loyalty doesn't pay. Once you come to the end of a contract for something, energy, broadband, phone service, internet, go looking at these websites where you can do comparisons, and often they will give you a little bonus for changing over. So like for energy, they might give you the cash voucher. Usually it takes 2, 3, 4 months, but once it's all settled and sorted, you get sent the voucher via email, or you can request it in post, and then you've got yourself something for free, and the service that you had is lower price, or maybe stays the same price because your original company has put the price up, as they invariably do, don't they, these days. Number 7, this is a painful one. You need to get yourself out of debt. The biggest thing that people are spending the money on after housing and the car is debt. You're paying them a fortune in interest and fees for this, fees for that, fees for existing, fees for letters, debt collectors if it comes to a really bad situation. If you've got a credit card, ask for a pause, so it'll give you a chance to pay a bit down off it, or it also freezes the interest, so you've got like a little bit of a buffer, a little bit of time, bit of breathing space to pay it off, or it'll give you the chance to pay off another debt that might be more pressing, more urgent. If you've got a few debts, I recommend going to the Citizens Advice and getting a payment plan. There's other companies that offers this service as well for free. You don't need to be paying anyone for it. There's Turn to Us. They're very good as well, helping people to get themselves out of debt. Please don't bury your head in the sand. And it was easily done. I've been there and done that. I used to have a big stack of letters by the front door because I wouldn't open them, because I knew that it was just people on my case over money. Right, number 8, just going to scroll down. For the short term, if you've got the room, rent a room out. In the UK, you can be paid £7,500 per year without paying any additional tax. So if that's what you're charging for the year, that's a nice pot of money coming in, and that could be saving for the future. That could be your emergency fund, or just existing funds, so you're able to buy a bit nicer food, actually pay your bills without worrying. It might be worth it, just short term, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, just to rent a little room out so that you can get some cash in. Maybe it could be a friend or a family member, or someone that you've known for years, someone you can rely on, or worst case scenario, get some references from them, but check the references, because you don't want to be living with some weirdo. Number 9, aim for a no spend day, weekend, week, month, whatever it is you need to do. I started my no spends with just Wednesdays. I wouldn't spend any money on a Wednesday. Now I've got it down to about 3 or 4 days a week. You think about that over a month. You could end up with 15, 16, 20 days a month where you're not spending anything because you've got into the habit of it. I built it up gradually over years. So it is a long process. I'm slow to learn. So it took me some time to sort of wrap my head around it. But basically now I aim for at least 3 days a week where I'm not spending any money. And that includes online as well. That's why I don't have the likes of things like Amazon Prime, because it's all too easy to buy bits of stuff that you don't need but just want because you're feeling sad, you're bored or you're frustrated or you're anxious and you think, right, this is going to make me feel better, and then you get some pile of rubbish in the post and you think, why did I buy that? So yeah, just try and aim for some no spend days during the week, even if it's just one day. It's a start. I started with Wednesday in the middle of the week. Just find a day where you think, I'm not likely to spend any money that day, and stick to it, and you'll be surprised how much you can ferret away. Because if you're spending, say, £100 a week on your shopping, but you're having a day a week where you're not, you might get your shopping down to 95 or down to 90, and that's £10 that you can stash away for your emergency fund, your savings pot. And number 10, I recommend you go to various websites where they have benefits calculators. The ones on Age UK are fabulous. You don't have to be an elderly person to go on the Age UK. Anyone could go on it, and you just input the data. They don't hold it, they don't store it, nothing like that. You just put some figures in and it says, yeah, you're entitled to this. So I think it's always worth it, especially if you're on a low wage or you're not sure, because you might be just on the cusp of it. You might be just a bit under, so that you're able to get that benefit. You never know. You don't get if you don't try. Is what my nan used to say, is what my mum used to say, and what I say to my kids all the time. If you do nothing, you get nothing. You do something, you get something. That's just life, isn't it? So there you go. There are my top 10 tips. I hope you found at least one thing useful. Hope you're well. These times are just really a bit mad at the moment, aren't they? But I'm sure if you have just a little look around your house, for example, and get rid of some clutter or some clothes that you don't need and things like that, that you can get the ball rolling. And once you get it rolling, it's hard to stop. You want to find other ways of getting some money in. Another one, as a little addendum, is with your clutter, take it to the car booty. And if you haven't got a car, ask your friends, family or neighbours if they're going to car booty, and try and get rid of some stuff. Even if you only come back with a £5, it's a £5 you wouldn't have had. Bye for now. Please like, share and subscribe, and I hope to see you soon.